Now to a story of a dramatic rescue at sea. A Blue Springs man surviving against all odds, his sailboat damaged by a rough and stormy sea.
He was tossed into the vast ocean 250 miles from shore, but he lived. KMBC 9's Dan Weinbaum has his remarkable story.
And I wasn't going to survive till morning. I was in the cold. I'd been cold for days. Now I was in the water.
Dennis Clements thinks he should be dead. A week ago, he was adrift, alone, cold, soaked, and bobbing on the stormy waves in the middle of an angry Atlantic Ocean.
Still a scrap of sail up there, and she sailed off and left me. I tell you what, that was the most abandoned feeling I've ever had in my life.
A seasoned sailor, Clements was off on a dream cruise to the islands.
Take off my shoes for a month or two and just walk around barefooted in the sand.
Instead, he's here, amazingly, with a harrowing tale. A few days out of Norfolk, Virginia, he met with rough seas.
A wave picked me up and threw the boat down heavily on its side.
It ripped a hole in the boat. The next few days got worse. He lost his engine, the electronics, the steering, and then a wave took the boat under, and Clements was pulled away into the water.
I'm sitting there thinking, you know, what do I do now? What do I do now? And it was like, it's almost like nothing. You do nothing now. You're done. This is how it ends. And I kicked off my boots and I started swimming. Just picked a direction.
It was the right one. A distress beacon on board the sailboat had summoned a Coast Guard plane. This is its video. And the crew dropped lifeboats into the stormy waters.
It was unlit. It was just another black blob in the darkness. I banged into that thing and it was a raft.
Climbing in it, he found a flashlight in his pocket, which inexplicably worked. He used that to signal a U.S. Navy helicopter whose rescue diver went into the water to get him.
He said, "Jump in here, man. I'm here to save you." And it was so good to see his face. The fact that I'm alive here sitting with you all now, I consider it a miracle, the grace of God. And God bless the U.S. Coast Guard and the U.S. Navy. Those guys are everyday heroes.
In Blue Springs, Dan Weinbaum, KMBC 9 News.
Now, the pilot of the Coast Guard plane told Clements looking for him in his 34-foot sailboat was basically like looking for a basketball at night in the Atlantic. Impossible, he said. The Navy helicopter that came to the rescue came from the carrier USS Eisenhower, which just happened to be in that area.
Wow. That's a lot of happening to be in the area.
A lot of blessings to count.
Absolutely.